I am curious. I've heard that men have their routines for smelling good for a long time. How do you do it? Thank you for your feedback. Story 1. Clothing must be clean and made of natural fabrics like cotton. Avoid wearing synthetic materials that do not allow the skin to breathe. It is also advisable to shower and use deodorant. Story 2. Not sure how long you're talking, but I only plan on smelling good for a day. I shower in the morning with clean-smelling soap and shampoo and apply a little lavender lotion once or twice throughout the day. No cologne. Story 3. 1. Start with what you wash your clothes with. If your underarms have an odor, make sure to soak your shirts in hot water with laundry detergent for at least 2 hours. Add them to your regular washing load for a second wash. Hang them to dry. Clean yourself. Groom and trim where needed. Excessive body hair can hold odor. Pay extra attention to your private area. Don't forget your feet. They can also develop an odor. Apply a deodorant. I personally prefer roll-on deodorant, as it seems to last longer. A small amount of cologne can be applied if you want to feel special. About 1/20th of a teaspoon is sufficient for each wrist. One full spray on your private area can help if you notice odor from sweat. Clean up your diet. If you eat unhealthy foods, you may develop an unpleasant odor, so limit oily foods. Stay consistent. Story 4. Shave my armpits. I understand that most people think it is unusual, but I have never had any complaints from my partner, and it definitely reduces my odor, yellow shirt stains, and buildup of underarm hair. Story 5. I believe much of this is related to the products being used. Some shampoos can leave a subtle scent, along with hair products, throughout the day. Colognes vary widely in potency and longevity. Story 6. Stress makes me smell terrible. I try to keep my stress level under control by getting enough sleep and working out. Personal hygiene and clean clothes are important. I also appreciate a bit of cologne, just enough so that you need to be quite close to me to notice it. It's more for my own enjoyment. I avoid wearing cologne in places like a plane or at the office. That being said, according to my wife, nothing beats the smell of food cooked over charcoal. Story 7. It all comes down to a good hygiene and skincare routine and the products you use. You usually get what you pay for, and it's easy to overdo it, so you have to be moderate with everything and focus on covering all aspects regularly instead of overemphasizing a single one. Clean sheets. Try showering before bed and have 2 sets of sheets that you can change and wash interchangeably on a weekly basis. Clean clothes. Use scent boosters and wash your clothes regularly with a good detergent. Don't add too much. You can put drier sheets in your dresser or spray cologne on your clothes to keep them smelling fresh longer. Clean body. Shower properly, behind the ears, exfoliate, etc., with a good quality scented soap and a clean washcloth. Maintain a good skincare routine. Clean scent. Use a scented body lotion and a minimal amount of cologne, applying less than 2 sprays. Look for colognes with good longevity and sillage. Try to match the scents of your body lotion and cologne so they work well together. Focus on applying them behind your neck and on your chest. Brush your teeth, floss, scrape your tongue, and use mouthwash. Use a bidet or wipes. Everything else is basic hygiene. Additionally, diet is also important. Keep it clean. Story 8. It must be a genetic trait. I have a coworker who always smells like he just came out of the shower. Even after lunch and after the shift is over, he still smells fresh. I've always wanted to be one of those people who consistently smells good. Story 9. I wash my body thoroughly, which includes my legs, feet, and intimate areas. I then put on a lotion that complements my cologne, and after getting dressed, I apply cologne, as oil-based colognes last longer. Story 10. I shower twice a day, always wear fresh clothes, apply deodorant multiple times, and use a little cologne. Oral hygiene is incredibly important. You should brush twice a day, floss daily, and use mouthwash. I also chew gum regularly, but not in an annoying way. Story 11. First, diet. If you are living on beer and pizza, you are going to smell, so eat healthy, drink plenty of water, and exercise. Next, no long hair in your armpits. Keep that area short. Take a shower in the morning when it will be a hot day, and put on clean clothes. If you sweat a lot over time, your shirts will start to smell if you wash them on a short, minimal setting. Dress for the weather. When it is extremely hot outside, do not wear a hoodie or something similar. Oh, and use decent deodorant. Basic brands are not sufficient. Story 12. Regularly changing bedding and using clean towels every few days is important. I personally shave my underarms, use spray deodorant, and apply cologne on my chest, along with a complimentary beard conditioner. I put my shirt on immediately after applying the fragrance to help the scent adhere to the fabrics. Additionally, I use non-scented laundry detergent to avoid any clash in scents. Story 13. Shave, shower, apply deodorant. After a shower, I spray cologne in front of me and walk through while I am still slightly damp. It feels like the scent lasts longer and is not too strong this way. Story 14. I have been using women's deodorant for a long time, and I absolutely love the scent. It has even attracted more attention from women, resulting in several compliments. I have heard there might be some science behind it, but I mainly enjoy the fragrance. In the United Kingdom, wild deodorant is my go-to, and I also have a few favorites from Lush, such as their hand cream and moisturizer. Story 15. Laundry, fabric softener, detergent, and dryer sheets. Shower and cleanse your body. Brush your teeth, floss, and clean your tongue. Apply deodorant and cologne. Use hair paste with a pleasant scent. Story 16. Antiperspirant for armpits, back, and chest. Coconut oil for the face, neck, arms, and legs. 2 sprays of cologne on the chest area of my clothing. Story 17. Deodorant, 2 colognes, and mustache wax. 1 cologne is applied under my clothing, and a different one is on top. My mustache wax has a scent of tobacco and vanilla, which lingers the longest. Story 18. Having a good deodorant is important. In addition to regular shampoo, I occasionally use antibacterial shampoo to wash my armpits and feet. I do not do this too often, as it can alter the skin's pH and natural bacterial habitat. I also trim my underarm hair and avoid wearing synthetic materials. Story 19. I'm fortunate not to come from a family of very unpleasant smelling or excessively hairy men, so I believe genetics plays a role. I have known people who smelled bad even after bathing. The entire family had the same issue. I choose soaps and occasionally colognes that I enjoy, and they typically have lasting scents. A couple of months ago, I tried a conditioner that I really like, and it stays in my hair for a few days on the rare occasions when I don't wash it for a day or two. Story 20. Just basic principles of cleanliness go a long way. Shower once a day. Shower again if you sweat. Use deodorant. Wipe properly. Wear clean clothes and wash your bed sheets once or twice a month. Story 21. Daily showers, perhaps twice a day, are beneficial. Good quality cologne typically lasts longer. Antiperspirant is helpful if you tend to sweat a lot. Story 22. Daily shower. I use a body wash to clean myself, followed by a lightly scented bar of soap that leaves a fragrance noticeable only to someone close enough to hug. I have 3 different colognes depending on what I am doing. A daily scent mostly for work, a fun scent for weekends, and one exclusively for dates. I ensured that all 3 pair well with my soap and deodorant. Finally, I have a beard oil that complements the mix. I do not use it every day, but when I do, it helps bring everything together and is useful for taming my beard if I let it go a day or two too long without trimming. Layering scents is definitely the way to go, although fine-tuning them does take time. Story 23. Normal hygiene practices such as showering, brushing teeth, doing laundry, and using deodorant should be sufficient. If not, you may not be taking proper care of your health or may have a specific condition. Eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and maintaining good sleep habits will help address most health-related issues people face. Story 24. Always have clean clothes, shower daily, use antiperspirant, and invest in a cologne for your everyday scent. Spray it once on bare skin, not on your clothes. Scents should only be detected when people are close, not when they are 5 feet away. In the shower, make sure to wash thoroughly in all areas. Story 25. Showering daily and wearing clean clothes is essential for good hygiene. Although I aspire to adopt Patrick Bateman's self-care routine, it is too lengthy and expensive for me at the moment. Story 26. Synthetic performance clothing tends to retain odors, similar to materials like Under Armour, so I avoid wearing that type of clothing unless I'm exercising or in extreme temperatures where I want to minimize moisture on my skin. I shower a couple of times a day, and my clothes are clean. I use two types of deodorant, one stick and one spray, both of which are intentionally mild in fragrance. Overall, I aim to smell clean. Story 27. I don't smell good for long, apparently. This might be another reason why women stay away from me. Story 28. I use a deodorant crystal at the beginning of the day and some lavender-scented water as part of my face routine. I also shower daily because I work out every day. Normally, this keeps me smelling fresh until the end of the day. I cannot skip the deodorant crystal. The odor of my sweat will be very noticeable. Story 29. I smell like my soap, deodorant, and laundry detergent. Apparently, the combination smells good. Story 30. I'm not ashamed to say I have a skincare routine that helps tremendously. Everyone's body is different, so identifying what works for you is crucial. Also, choose the right colognes. Inexpensive drugstore cologne doesn't cut it. Elevate your game. Story 31. I'm a bit of a clean freak. I shower 2 to 3 times a day and wash my face around 10 times daily. I wash clothes after more than 10 minutes of use and spray some cologne on my clean clothes before folding them. Just 1 or 2 sprays while they are laid out on my bed. I wash my sheets once every 2 weeks and brush my teeth twice a day. Story 32. Give me a pair of shoes, a pair of socks, and a destination, and I will show you something that smells bad. In reality, good and bad smells are partially coded in your genes. If you like a certain person's smell, it is believed to be due to high genetic compatibility, meaning that if you mix with them, the children will be strong. To answer the question, hygiene requires a body spray that masks my odor and smells good, along with perfume. I should be aware of which parts of my body tend to smell bad the fastest and take care of those areas accordingly. I plan to keep a replacement pair of socks in my backpack for comfort and freshness, and I will carry the body spray with me as needed. Story 33. Shower using vanilla almond body wash. Apply body lotion. Use deodorant. Spray cologne on the throat, neck, and chest, and wear clean clothing. Story 34. I recently switched from spray deodorant to the twist-up gel type, which has been a game changer. I carry a spare in case I need it, but I rarely do, even though my job is fairly active. Being self-aware and maintaining personal hygiene throughout the day is important. Story 35. I shower at least once a day with shampoo, conditioner, and soap. I thoroughly wash my body with the handheld shower head. I use deodorant and antiperspirant daily, as well as beard oil. I brush my teeth and use mouthwash at least twice a day. I smell good because I am clean. Story 36. Scrub with conviction. I use washcloths and sometimes scrub twice if I feel the need, especially on my feet, genitals, and face. Not in that order. I also apply deodorant after every shower and use cologne most days, with 2 spritzes on my chest. It feels good to really separate my toes and scrub in between each one, paying the same attention to my navel. You are worth it. Story 37. I'm usually ready to work over 12 hours outside by just showering daily and applying antiperspirant or deodorant. Story 38. Perfume and self-care. I shower 3 to 4 times a week, never daily. I don't use deodorant or antiperspirant, and I wear most of my clothes for multiple days. It may seem unclean compared to the standards of daily showerers, yet I receive many compliments about my scent, which I honestly don't understand. It's not like I pay special attention to it. I believe that simply eating healthy and taking care of yourself is essential. I don't sweat much since I do my sweating in the gym, plus I visit the sauna regularly, and I use just a tiny amount of perfume every day. I think my gym and sauna habits keep my skin relatively clean, so even when I sweat, it barely smells, and the cologne adds a pleasant fragrance. It's also possible that keeping my armpits and body hairless helps, but that's not solely for odor control. I just prefer it that way. Of course, I brush twice a day, floss, and use mouthwash. Story 39. I have a poor sense of smell, so I make sure to shower and wear fresh clothes every day. Unless I have an unfortunate accident or come into contact with something unpleasant, any odors are not related to me. Story 40. If you are overweight, you generally sweat and smell more. The more in shape I am, the less I smell and sweat. I shower once a day most of the year, and if it gets hot, I shower twice. I don't use any deodorant or antiperspirant due to sensitive skin, just some aftershave when I go out. Some people naturally smell more while others smell less. Personally, I don't tend to smell much until after I work out or play sports, and then I head home. The only time I've needed to be more proactive about it is during heavy physical work like manual labor or concrete work. I don't sit at a desk all day, but I'm not usually doing heavy work either. I obviously brush my teeth twice a day and wear clean clothes. I wear clean underwear every single day, regardless of the situation. For other clothing items, I may wear them an extra day, but I always check that they are clean. I suppose living in different places and experiencing different temperatures affects this as well. Story 41. I work outdoors, so I don't put much effort into my daily routine beyond basic hygiene. But that's the essence of it. Men who smell good all day aren't sweating excessively. That said, even though I'm a slightly larger man, I clean up well. Here's how I do it. I shower with a strong soap, Dr. Bronner's peppermint, undiluted. I clean thoroughly everywhere the sun doesn't shine, taking 2 showers each day. After showering, I apply some rubbing alcohol under my arms before putting on deodorant. I avoid heavily perfumed deodorants because the scent can be overwhelming. I have a beard, so my fragrance comes from my beard balms. If you don't have a beard, consider using dry colognes. They're less intrusive but subtly fragrant and can be reapplied without overwhelming scent. Story 42. Shower and deodorant. A couple of cologne sprays and you're good. Just make sure you're showering and applying deodorant. Story 43. I have the ABCC11 gene mutation and never experience body odor. Maintain cleanliness and good hygiene. Wear Chanel. Story 44. I have the ABCC11 gene mutation and never experience body odor. It is important to maintain personal hygiene and keep your belongings clean. Additionally, wearing Chanel is a great choice. Story 45. I personally shave my underarms and clean every part of myself thoroughly with soap, multiple times if necessary. As soon as I get out of the shower, I get dressed and apply deodorant. I also wear a small amount of cologne. Story 46. Clean cloths and personal hygiene are important, but I believe the kind of food you eat also plays a role. Story 47. When I sweat, I shower. Could be twice a day or every other day. It doesn't matter as long as you shower after you sweat. Story 48. Proper hygiene is essential. I wear lotion that complements my cologne, and because I am older, I use powder after a shower to keep areas dry and comfortable. Story 49. I will share a routine I tried over the past 2 months to get rid of body odor, and it worked. The method is relatively easy and inexpensive, but you need to be consistent for the first few weeks. Mix bentonite volcanic clay, apple cider vinegar, and some water to achieve a yogurt-like consistency. Then apply it to your armpits, groin, feet, and other areas. Let it dry for 10 to 15 minutes, then shower to clean. Repeat this once a day for 2 weeks, then every other day or every 3 days for 2 more weeks. Apply 7% glycolic acid, I use the ordinary, to those areas twice a day, before leaving the house and after returning home, as well as before going to bed. A few drops per area will be sufficient. After a month, you will noticeably see the difference. If you have a partner, ask them to do a smell test, and you will notice the improvement. Story 50. I shower after I wake up before work, mostly focusing on the essentials. I apply deodorant, get dressed in clean clothes, spritz my cologne, and I'm out the door. After work, I come home and change into my gym clothes, which are fresh on day 1. I let the sweatshirt last a little longer and apply cologne, but I can't keep the shorts for more than 2 days without them getting a bit too unpleasant. I rotate those out regularly, After my workout, I shower again, enjoying a nice warm shower before bed, about an hour to an hour and a half before sleeping. Story 51. Antiperspirant blocks the armpit's ability to sweat and detoxify, so I just use deodorant and body spray. Story 52. First, be slim or avoid sweating. Next, shave the area where you will apply deodorant. If you do not shave, it can create a white residue on the hair and may wash away while sweat continues to come from your skin. When attending a party or festival, consider applying baby powder before your deodorant. This step is not necessary for daily use unless you are particularly sweaty. I apply it in the groin area under my feet, between my toes, and in my armpits. After showering, ensure your skin is dry, but before completely drying off, use the moisture to help apply your deodorant. Now that you're clean-shaven and have applied a good deodorant, you're set. If you want to add more fragrance, I recommend using cocoa butter. I apply it on my legs and arms to prevent chafing, and those nearby will likely notice the scent, as I have been informed many times. I use Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Glow Body Cream on my face for extra shine. Regarding fragrance, there are many videos available that demonstrate what types to use and how to apply them. I use 2 different fragrances. I first apply native sandalwood body spray, which can be sprayed more liberally than cologne, followed by a few spritzes of cologne to finish. Dress appropriately for the weather. Consider wearing a sleeveless undershirt to absorb sweat and choose lighter clothing on top. Make sure to exfoliate well when showering. Use a good loofah instead of just rubbing yourself with soap, and be thorough in cleaning your skin. Overall, following these steps should keep you smelling good for 8 to 12 hours, provided you are not overly active. The reason some individuals smell and look appealing is that they consistently repeat this process. It is not about how long the fragrance lasts, but rather how soon you need to refresh it, establishing a reliable routine. Story 53. Besides showering and applying deodorant, I use scent beads and apply subtle fragrances such as Silver Mountain Water. Story 54. Don't skimp on antiperspirant and cologne. Something like Sartorial from Penhaligon's will last much longer than an off-brand spray from a drugstore. Story 55. Antiperspirant, good cologne, clean clothes, and a regular, consistent approach to personal hygiene. Story 56. I noticed a significant improvement when I switched to better natural laundry detergent and only used the recommended amount. High-efficiency washers do not require a large amount of detergent. Excess detergent lingers in the clothes. Story 57. 99% of smelling good is not smelling bad. Shower daily. Use soap, not body wash. Exfoliate with gloves or scratchy cloths. Trim your underarm hair. Use a washcloth and soap from head to toe during every shower. Apply antiperspirant. After you are clean, if you want to use some cologne, perfume, or eau de toilette, that's fine, just keep it reasonable. Do not rewear clothes without laundering them. If you wear synthetic clothes like golf shirts, soak them in vinegar occasionally. These materials can trap odors. There are additional laundry products that can make your clothes smell good if they are already clean, but never try to cover up a bad smell. You need to clean it. Improve your diet, as sometimes the source of the odor comes from within. If you are burning fat and losing weight, you may emit odors due to the breakdown of certain fatty acids. Smoke and vapor linger on your body and can be released through sweat, so it is best to avoid them. Additionally, do not wear the same shoes every day. They need to air out between uses to avoid unpleasant smells. Beer-related sweat can also be an issue. Good luck. If you make good hygiene a habit, it will not be much trouble. Clean, uncomplicated people tend to smell better. Story 58. Step 1. Wash with your favorite soap. It does not have to be strongly scented. Step 2. Apply lotion. It also does not have to be strongly scented. Step 3. Apply a dab of petroleum jelly on your wrist and neck and rub it in. If you use the lotion, you can skip this step. Step 4. Wear clean clothes. I cannot stress this enough. Dirty clothes can undermine the first 3 steps. Step 5. Apply cologne on your wrist, neck, and groin. Story 59. I wear undershirts with sanitary pads under each armpit. Clothes never smell and I feel fresh all day. I always ask my wife to check my long-sleeve work shirts before I hang them back up and to let me know if they smell. They usually smell nice with a hint of whatever fragrance I was wearing. Keeping your underarms trimmed, applying antiperspirant before bed, and scrubbing the area are all good practices. When selecting a fragrance, consider reviews about longevity. Some fragrances last 2 to 3 hours, others 5 to 6 hours, and some of the more expensive options can last 7 to 8 hours. Story 60. Clean clothes washed with quality detergent. Pleasant-smelling body wash, effective deodorant with a nice scent, and a few sprays of cologne on pulse points. Story 61. I clean up well in the shower, use antiperspirant instead of deodorant, and moisturize with my favorite scented lotion. Additionally, I avoid eating too many onions or spicy foods. Story 62. You have a few options. All of them start with being clean, using deodorant, and wearing clean clothes. I'm assuming you want to smell good rather than just clean. Next, you can find a high-quality cologne that has good longevity. Spray it on your clothes unless you know you won't be sweating too much that day. If sweating is not a concern, spraying on your skin is effective too. However, spraying on clothes is generally better, even though most people prefer applying it to their wrists, chest, or other areas. If the cologne mixes well with your natural body odor, applying it to your skin can work well. Another option is scented body oils or body wash. You can apply them like lotion or use them in the shower, and they tend to be longer lasting and more sweat resistant. I personally prefer the way colognes smell, as they evolve as they evaporate, but I have also experienced individuals with remarkable body oils. I recommend using fragrance-free deodorant and body wash if you want your cologne to stand out, although some people do layer scents as well. Story 63. Air conditioning won't make you sweat, helping you stay fresh longer. Clean your underarms regularly. Making this a daily habit is important. Story 64. Shaving the underarms and trimming hair. Weekly weekend underarm detox salt scrub. Daily roll-on deodorant before heading out. Drink plenty of plain water and stay hydrated. Story 65. I shower daily and use Dr. Bronner's soap. I wash my clothes weekly and my hands after every bathroom break and before meals. I use roll-on antiperspirant, specifically Biotherm or Nivea Dry Impact. These antiperspirants aren't available in stores near me, so I order them online. I do not use stick antiperspirant because it cakes on my shirts, causes stains, and all of them smell like variants of Axe body spray. Axe body spray has an unappealing scent. If I wear cologne, I use an unscented lotion, spray it with cologne, and then apply it to my neck and wrists. Story 66. Obviously, just showering is not enough. Here are some suggestions to enhance your routine. Use a good-smelling moisturizer after showering. Choose a deodorant that is not gel-based, as they may not be as effective or long-lasting. Apply it in areas that sweat a lot, not just the armpits. Use a hair product to improve the feel, smell, and appearance of your hair. A light application of cologne after showering can also be beneficial. Story 67. For me, it's Old Spice stick. I've had times when I wake up for work on Friday at 7, shower, and apply deodorant before leaving for work. Then, after work, I almost immediately go out drinking and accidentally party through the weekend, returning home on Sunday afternoon. Somehow, my underarms still smelled of Old Spice every time I've done it. Story 68. I hardly wear fragrances at all. I stopped using rub-on deodorant and only use dry spray when it's humid. Since I made these changes, I no longer have a bad body odor. From my personal experience, using deodorants and fragrances can interfere with sweat glands and clog pores, making the situation worse. Story 69. Wearing clean clothes and managing sweat effectively is important. If you tend to sweat more than usual, there are clinical deodorants available that can help. Story 70. I don't do anything, really. My sweat just doesn't smell. I take showers once a week, twice if I need to go somewhere important. I shave my armpits once a month. I don't use deodorant, antiperspirant, or perfume. I haven't received any complaints about my smell. My girlfriend complimented that I smell good after sweating for 6 hours on a very hot day. Story 71. I stay on top of the laundry, shower every day, and try to be self-aware of the energy I am projecting. This is why I do not wear cologne, aftershave, or strong deodorants. I aim to maintain balance. Story 72. Sauna every day. Get rid of the toxins and oils that build up in or under your skin. Exercise and try to eat healthy. It is tough these days with many companies adding preservatives to their food. Story 73. Antiperspirant. Regularly washing clothing after 1 or 2 wears. Bathing, using perfume or cologne, and brushing your teeth regularly. Story 74. Buy a high-quality cologne. The intensity varies based on whether it is an eau de toilette or a parfum. Story 75. I shower every day, wear clean clothing, and my best trick is clinical deodorant. Stays on all day, and my underarms won't ever smell. Plus, I sweat so much that no other deodorant will suffice. Story 76. Not to brag, but I sweat more than anyone I know. After years of refinement, this is where I have landed. I am just trying to share it. If it doesn't work for you, I understand. Story 77. Showers with soap and scented leave-in conditioners for my hair. Clean clothing, a lightweight sweater, cologne or scented beard oil. Story 78. This guide will assist you. Story 79. As soon as you get out of the shower and dry off, you want to put some lotion in your hand and spray it with your favorite cologne. It lasts much longer that way. Story 80. What a vague question. Smelling good in what regard? Cologne? And what is considered a long time for you? Story 81. Staying fit helps prevent excessive sweating and body odor. Good scrubbing with body wash and clean clothes, along with cologne, is essential. I also apply a small amount along the side of my neck, since my partner enjoys the scent when we cuddle or share a kiss. Story 82. Consider mixing your petroleum jelly with essential oils. I have tried this and realized it keeps you feeling fresh all day and helps uplift your mood. Antiperspirants and deodorants are helpful as well. I use these often since I don't always have the budget for essential oils. Story 83. Do you know how to use a conditioner? It goes on the hair after shampooing, and you leave it on for a couple of minutes. If it's scented, it should leave a pleasant aroma on your hair. After a few minutes, wash out most of it, but not all. When drying your hair, don't towel dry completely, as this can remove a lot of the scent. Finding a good mild-scented deodorant is important. When you are fresh, you want to smell like conditioner and clean clothes. As the day progresses, your deodorant scent will take over and somewhat overpower your natural aroma. The key is to avoid something too strong, preferably something that enhances your masculine scent. Dressing well also helps. If you are sweating excessively, you will begin to smell quickly. However, if you wear nice, breathable clothes and stay cool and dry, you will maintain a more neutral scent. Story 84. Mother Nature may have made mistakes, but humans are here to correct each one with harmful chemicals. Story 85. Hygiene matters a lot. I live in Sydney now, and I find the people here to have poor hygiene. They often wear tattered, unlaundered clothing, do not shave, have messy hair, and exhibit dull skin from lack of washing, resulting in an unpleasant smell. In my opinion, the more educated a person is, the better they tend to smell and look. Mental health issues are also strongly correlated with education levels, social status, and hygiene. I avoid people with poor hygiene as much as I can and have never regretted that decision. Story 86. First, we wash with soap and water. Sometimes we use a rag, and then we do it again the next day. Story 87. If you are sexually attracted to a man, you may enjoy a mild amount of his body odor. If you are not sexually attracted to a man, why are you sniffing him? That is how we do it. Story 88. I found one salt rock that really works. There are no fumes at all. One rock can be used for months. It is a natural crystal roll-on deodorant. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.